Let me start by saying something that most of you will find actually uncomfortable. There was a time when I was working more than ever before. I worked long days, late nights. My longest day worked was actually 19 hours. I also worked weekends. My calendar was always full. My to-do list was never actually ending, and my brain never switched off. And I kept telling myself that if I just push a little bit harder, if I work harder, my revenue will grow, my business will scale. But here's what actually happened. I got a lot busier and I got also really tired. But the revenue didn't grow at the same speed as I was actually working. And that's when I realized something most founders learn the actual hard way. Effort and revenue are not directly actually connected. Working harder feels really productive because you are doing a lot inside of your business, but revenue grows from leverage, not exhaustion. So today I'm going to break down why working harder isn't increasing your income and what to actually do about it and what needs to happen inside of your business so you can actually scale your business and your actual income. So watch this video till the end, because by end of this video, you will learn and understand, number one, why more effort doesn't automatically create more revenue. Number two, the difference between linear work and leveraged work. Three, the three real drivers of revenue growth. Number four, the constraint framework that unlocks growth. Five, the shift from activity-based thinking to actually system-based thinking. And six, what to focus on if you want real revenue expansion inside of your actual business. For those who don't know me, my name is Robert Wolfman. I'm the founder of Systems for Scaling. And the reason you should really listen to me, because I have over 13 years of experience in growing, scaling businesses. I have failed more times than I actually can count on. I have spent well over hundreds of thousands of dollars on actual education, probably near to actual million, on mentors, trial and error, trying things when things were not actually working, pushing things. Like, I have gone through different type of cycles. So what I'm about to actually share is something that I'm very used to knowing, and currently a lot of clients for Systems for Scaling coming in are experiencing exactly the same. So what I'm about to share with you is going to help you to actually unlock a level inside of your actual business by you understanding why working harder is not going to grow your revenue or your actual business. So I want to share insights that helped me actually to overcome this inside of my business, and also insights that I have helped many other coaches, consultants, and agency owners to do the same inside of their business. So I'm going to share this all with you. So the big misunderstanding: most founders believe that more hours equal more money. That works when you are employed, you are billed by actual hour, or you actually trading your time. But if you run a service-based business or agency, revenue doesn't grow from actual effort alone. Revenue grows from demand, conversion capacity, and pricing power. If one of these is broken, working harder just amplifies the actual efficiencies. Most of the time, most founders believe strongly that by investing more time, they will make more money. But it's actually not true, because what you are doing, you are putting yourself in a business and in an actual position where you're the only person that can do absolutely everything inside of your business. But the way you should really be focusing on your business is how can you become replaceable, and the faster the actual better. And I know for some of you it's gonna hit your ego, because like you're probably thinking, I don't want to be replaceable inside of my business. And I know it doesn't sound sexy, the word replaceable, but that's who you really need to become in order for your business actually to grow. If you look at the biggest companies, if you look at some of the biggest founders in the world, most of them are not attached to their business 24/7. What they are doing, they are building the vision and they're driving and steering the ship forward, instead of actually cleaning the deck and running around the actual ship. So this is the most important thing in order for you to actually remove yourself from your actual business. Because currently I was exactly speaking to a couple of actual founders, I would say 2 weeks ago, and I understood a couple things when I spoke to them. Number one, most of them strongly believe that working harder will eventually scale the business, and it's just that they are not working hard enough. Okay. Number two, they believe that they also need to grow their skill set in understanding how can they work more efficient. Okay, which is kind of good. And number three, they strongly believe that nobody can do the job better than they do. And so with this type of tunnel vision, what ends up happening is that you are actually scaling your energy, which is impossible, because at some point your business will actually break. I have seen this happening with a lot of coaches, consultants, and agency owners, is that their business actually breaks at some stage. The reason for it is because they scale the actual energy. For this not to happen, you need to become an actual asset for your business and build a system so that system can become an asset for your business and the business becomes an asset for you, okay? Because currently you are the biggest asset inside of your actual business because you're probably working so hard to maintain everything inside of your business, okay? So let's keep going. Linear work versus leverage work. This is a really critical concept. Linear work is like you do a task, you get paid once, it requires your involvement every single time. Leverage work is you build a system, the system produces repeatedly, it reduces your actual involvement. A couple examples. Linear, manually finding leads. Leveraged, building an outbound system that runs weekly. Linear, jumping on every client issue, installing delivery framework with escalation rules. That's leverage. Revenue grows when leverage increases, not when effort increases. So the three real drivers of revenue. If revenue isn't growing, one of these three is constraint, demand constraint, okay? This is really important for any business because the more you feed your business, the more you actually can afford to grow your business. So what you need to understand that the most important part of any business at the starting stages until you at least get to 1 million is sales. And in order for you to get sales, you need to get leads. And in order for you to get leads, you need to really understand how the entire demand works. So if revenue isn't growing, one of these three is constraint. Number one, demand constraint, right? Are enough qualified people aware of you? Are enough qualified leads coming inside of your business, basically? Questions to ask. Is lead flow consistent? If not, why not? What's happening? How can we fix it? And what can we do about it? Is it predictable? Can you rely on it, right? Can you get the same amount of leads every single month? If not, why not? What's broken and how can we fix it? Is it dependent on referrals? If yes, why? And what happens when referrals actually disappear? Do you control it? Do you control the actual source? Do you control the actual flow? Do you control the actual system? If demand is inconsistent, effort won't actually fix it. You need systems, outbound, content, paid traffic, and partnerships. Revenue is a pipeline problem first, okay? Usually, like when most of coaches, consultants, and agency owners that I speak, they have a biggest problem, like most of them that come to me, is the actual demand itself, right? The revenue is the biggest problem inside the business because it's really like inconsistent. So they would make like 30K 1 month, the next month they make like 20K, and then maybe they make like 25K, but it's like inconsistent. And so there's no reliability. And also the leads would come from multiple actual channels. It's a big problem. So big thing that any business needs to fix in order for you to get like 200K is demand, okay? Let's talk about the second, conversion constraint, right? You may have leads coming in, but they are not converting. And I had just like 3 days ago, I was speaking to a business owner who was on average, like I would have usually business coming in, they would say to me, like I get like 10 to 20 appointments a month. Some would be qualified, some unqualified, but I had a business owner that came in and he was getting on average on monthly basis 70 booked appointments. And he said that they are not qualified. And so I said, do you have actual recordings of the calls? And he was like, yeah, I do have recordings of the calls. So we watched the actual calls itself, and it was really clear to me that he had a really conversion constraint inside of his business. He didn't know how to actually convert them, okay? So you may have leads coming in, but the question is, are they actually converting? Look at actual sales close rate, offer clarity, positioning, objection handling, and trust signals. Many founders work harder fulfilling work when they should work smarter, improving actual conversion. Improving close rate from 20% to 30% is actually leverage. Working 10 more hours actually is not leverage. So you should really look at the actual your sales process as well. You should look at your actual objection handling, the way you maybe handle your objections, your positioning. How do you actually position your offer? How well do you explain your offer? What is the actual close rate, right? What is the framework for closing? All of that should be really looked upon and really researched and studied, because these are the things that can help you to improve your actual close rate. Let's move on to the constraint number 3, capacity constraint. Sometimes revenue plateaus because you can't handle more clients. This happens with almost every single business that comes to us, is that their delivery is custom. It's like designed for each client differently, and you can't really scale that. So sometimes revenue plateaus because you can't handle more clients. So subconsciously, you don't push growth. If delivery is fragile, you avoid scaling. If you are the bottleneck, revenue slows to actually protect you. So you need clear processes, delegation structure as well, because you want to delegate work. But before you delegate work, you can't just ask somebody to come work for you when you don't even know how they can be trained, what process they will follow, what systems they will follow, and how they will actually deliver value inside of your company. Because I have seen founders, they just hire somebody, and what they do is they transfer their stress onto that person, and then because that person gets stressed, they don't really know how to operate, there is more stress inside the company. Okay, so you need clear processes, delegation structure, KPI dashboards, and quality control systems. Growth requires actual capacity. So the constraint framework, instead of asking what should I try next, ask what is the current constraint. Every business has one dominant bottleneck. It's usually in demand, conversion, delivery, or decision making. The reason I made a little space here, because this is something really big for every single business, is decision making. And usually also the decision making impacts demand, conversion, and delivery. Okay? So working harder in the wrong area wastes a lot of energy. Fix the constraint and then scale. Because you really need to analyze currently what's happening inside of your business. You need to diagnose your business also. And the best way to do it is to also use a tool called AI or ChatGPT. You can go to ChatGPT simply and ask it to analyze your business by asking you maybe 100 questions. The more questions they ask, the better. And if you can answer all of those questions, great. It will give you like a clear, actual list of things that are actually currently broken inside of your business and how can you actually fix it or what will break next. Because AI will analyze your business much better than any other person, because it will analyze based on the answers you actually give. And so the better answers you give, the better answer you will actually receive. Okay? So why hard work feels good but actually misleads you? Hard work gives you a sense of control, a sense of momentum, and a sense of productivity. But productivity not equals progress. You can be busy optimizing small details while ignoring the real actual constraint. Example, spending 5 hours tweaking a landing page when your offer positioning is really unclear. Or working weekends fulfilling client tasks when your pricing is too low. Okay? Like this all goes hand to hand. Sometimes the highest leverage move is uncomfortable, not actually busy. So shift from activity to actual outcome thinking. Instead of tracking hours worked, tasks completed, emails sent, track revenue per lead, revenue per employee, revenue per hour, client lifetime value, cost per actual acquisition. This shifts your actual thinking, and it also will help you to understand how can make your business more profitable and have better profit margins inside of your business as well. Okay, so revenue doesn't care how hard you actually work, because your business doesn't care how much hard you work also, and nobody cares how hard you are working. What the entire world cares about is the actual results. Okay, and I think you also care about the results, and so you really need to also focus on how you can actually get those results. It responds to actual systems and structure, and that's how you get results inside of your business. Systems and structures. If you don't have them, then you should start thinking about them. If you don't know how to start thinking about them, you can use ChatGPT. You can ask it to help you to create system operational protocols around your actual fulfillment, your closing, your actual onboarding, your demand, of how you get leads inside of your business as well. Okay? It can be used for absolutely everything. So practical steps to grow without working harder. Here's what to do this week. So step 1, identify your primary constraint. Ask, if I double the leads tomorrow, what would actually break? Okay? And then write down the things that will break. If nothing breaks, demand is your issue. If delivery collapses, capacity is your issue. If leads come but sales don't close, conversion is your issue. Fix one thing at a time. Step 2, install one leverage system. Okay? Automated outbound sequence, structured sales script, clear onboarding processes, delegation, workflow, and KPI dashboards, okay? One system is better than actual 10 new tasks. So, step 3, remove low leverage work. Audit your week. Which tasks? Could someone else do it? Don't directly increase your revenue. Exists because there is no actual system. Remove or actually delegate, okay? So, could someone else do your work? So sometimes, I'll give you a good example. Let's say, depending on where you currently are, but let's say you are at 50K and you still clean your house. I'm going to give you a good example. Let's say you still clean your house, it takes you 2 hours. And a cleaner gets, we'll say, like $100 bucks, $200 for cleaning your house, depending on how big is your house. So, and if let's say you make 50K, then what you should do, you should actually pay somebody to clean your house so it saves your time and you can use that time on your actual business, okay? And the same here is if you are sending emails for 1 hour or you are sending, let's say, things where you are admin that you could hire for $10 an hour, you can hire an admin for $10 an hour, and probably even lower if you go Philippines, you can get one for $3 to $4 an hour, and they could do it for you. So really think about it. Could someone else do it instead of you, okay? And what skill set is required in order for them to actually get that done, okay? Low skill set required should be delegated to somebody else, right? You should only be dealing with high leverage tasks. So, wisdom most founders learn too late. You don't scale by pushing harder, you scale by simplifying, systemizing, and actually focusing. Hard work builds the foundation, but leverage builds the actual ceiling. You need to understand that. If revenue isn't growing, it's not because you need more effort, it's because you need more actual structure. Now listen to this. If you feel exhausted but the revenue feels stuck, that's not a motivational problem. That's nothing to do with you not working hard enough. That's actually a leverage problem. So stop asking how can I work more and start asking what systems would make this unnecessary. Okay? Like, what system do I need currently inside of my business to actually have my business more standardized? Because a lot of businesses that I look are not standardized. Their delivery really is like changing as the actual clients come in. Their sales process is based on their mood and their actual energy, and like there's no follow-up sequences, there's no follow-up or SMS installed inside of their businesses where they actually can follow up with the actual clients. They don't track the actual clients coming in as well. They don't have no CRM. Like, everything is all over the place. So if your business is currently really messy, you should think about how can you systemize. And I told you, you can go to ChatGPT, ask it to analyze your business based on asking the questions. And then once you answer these questions, then it can better give you guidance of how to actually systemize your business, okay? Because your business will only be your asset when you design a system that becomes your asset, okay? So, revenue doesn't reward effort alone, it rewards actual design. Build smarter, not actually heavier, and your income will also follow when you have the right systems inside of your business. If you're currently really struggling with systems, you can book a free diagnostic call with us in the bio. It's not a sales call. We have nothing to sell you. We don't even want to sell you. We will help you to actually diagnose your business across 5 systems. So the first system, demand; second, conversion. We will look also delivery. We will also look at your decision making and actual culture as well. We're going to look at all of them, and then going to tell you exactly what's the problem, and also going to tell you what's the solution. And if you really want us to help you to, let's say, you ask us like, hey, can you actually help me to install these inside of our business? We may be gonna help you, but I would say about 80% of the time we say no. So if you really got a value out from this actual video, give it a quick like. Also comment if you need any additional help or any other additional explanation, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss content like this.